The Society of Antique Modellers are having what they've called a SAM35 modelling weekend here at Shuttleworth Park, and I'm about to talk to the organiser and find out what's going on here today. So Ian, tell us about today.
Well, today is the SAM35 Gala, which is our major annual event, and it's for our members to be able to fly their models in a relaxed atmosphere. So a lot of people here have come to fly their models for fun. But there are also a lot of competitions going on today, light-hearted competitions, and those are for control line models. That's those that are controlled by wires and fly around in circles. We've got free flight models, a lot of free flight models. Those are, sometimes they're powered by rubber motors, sometimes they're powered by little jet motors, sometimes they're powered by miniature internal combustion engines, and they're flying around in circles, hopefully not going too far.
And what makes these modellers come here year after year over all this time?
Well, first thing is that Old Warden is such a fantastic place. So it's got an atmosphere all of its own. So people just like being here because it's so wonderful. And on a day like today, when the sun's shining and we've got a light wind, perfect conditions, an old model aeroplane flyer wouldn't want to be anywhere else other than here. This is nirvana as far as old-time modellers go.
Brian, you're president of the SAM35 organisation. Can you tell us how it started and how it's got from where it was to today?
It started in the 1950s in America, where some of the modellers were fed up with the modern designs that the Americans in those days were flying, and they harked back to a time in their lives when they were youngsters, in their 20s, flying what were the big old gas-powered, that's big petrol-powered models in the 1930s. And these were classic, beautiful designs. Like cars in the 1930s, they were all different. The models were all different. And design developments towards the ultimate efficiency meant that models were becoming all the same, rather like cars are today. So they formed a chapter of like-minded enthusiasts and started to recreate the designs of the 30s and 40s.
My model is a 1950s design. It was a rubber model, but I've enlarged it slightly and put a 50s glow plug engine in it. It flies free flight, we don't have any radio, and it's a lovely day today, as you can see, but we need the wind speed to be at least below 8 miles an hour.
Tell us, Alan, why do you do this and spend so much time doing this?
Well, it is so relaxing, and it's a constant challenge to get over the difficulties of flying an aeroplane without any radio control on it. So you have to really work out the flight pattern, and it takes you an awful lot of time to get it to fly nicely.
The design process starts with a 3-view drawing of the prototype you want to design and fly. You can obtain these from a reputable dealer who deal with antique aeroplane books, and that's where it all starts.
And is this what you've got here, a typical example?
This example I've got here, we've got one over in the museum, which is a Blackbird monoplane, but not this particular model that I've modelled here, but it's very similar, and the actual full-size flies on this airfield.
And what are the performance characteristics of this particular model?
Very, very slow and stable. The actual aircraft was designed, I think, in 1909, and it's the oldest flying aircraft in the world. It still flies.
And why are you so passionate about this particular hobby?
Ask me another. I love aircraft. When you can design them and see them fly, it's a bonus. It's nice to build them, to design them, build them, and the bonus when they fly. You know.
Hopefully we'll see it fly shortly, Peter. Thanks very much.
You certainly will.
Even if you're not an aero modeller, this is a great place to find out more about the sport, and not a bad place to be a spectator also. This is Maurice Hesford for Local News TV.